Hi everyone, this is Sunflower. Today I'll be doing an advice video for you guys. This is just gonna help you a little bit on why things happen to you the way they do and the way you could just change your thoughts and change your life within. So please keep on watching if you guys would be interested in hearing what I have to say. Do you know of anybody that literally just thinks their life is so miserable and nothing ever good happens to them? And basically, they just think they have no luck and they sometimes are very depressed. And sometimes they just so not, you could say, not social at all. Well, if you know of anybody or if you're that type of person, maybe you could keep watching and see why you might be reacting the way you react and you get those results and the way you think and most likely why your life is going the way it's going. Okay, so the main point of why people think their life is so miserable or they carry themselves the way they carry is basically from the beginning. And let's start off from the beginning, and it's called blueprint. Okay, blueprint is basically the principles that you get when you're little. I'm gonna put it easy as that. When you're little, your parents teach you certain things, which is values, manners, conceptions of yourself, the way you carry yourself, the way they basically show you love. And if they don't show you love, or they just motivate you, or they don't motivate you, or they just give you this persona to yourself, like, okay, so what I'm trying to say, why is this coming from the beginning, is because a lot of you do not have self-confidence. And I try to understand a lot of people why they do not have self-confidence. So if you think about it, your parents are the first people to let you know what are you good on, what are you bad on. Basically, they form your good habits and bad habits since you're little. So this is gonna go like this. It's gonna be your blueprint, which is your basic principles since you're little. Then it goes to your thoughts. Then from your thoughts, it goes to actions, and from actions, it goes to results. So if as a child your love tank wasn't full of love, or it was just more rejections from basically your parents, and you felt less, it does comes in. It does affects you. Everything comes from the beginning. So if you think about it, like if you're like sometimes thinking, why do I feel this way, or why I feel less, or why is my life this way, is because your parents, or when you were little, they made you feel the way you felt, and they never took the time to be caring or loving or just guide you the right way, or like just take a second and spend quality time with you. So this is basically from the beginning. So if you don't change the way you think of yourself, or the way they made you think of yourself as a person, and as like you could do it, basically motivation, and they just made you feel less. If you don't change the way you think of yourself, or they made you feel from the beginning, you're never gonna really grow as a person. And I'm telling you that because this is for reals. So you need to let go of all that. If somebody mistreated you, somebody wasn't there for you, and you need to let go of what people or your parents made you think you were. If your parents were always like not there for you, and you felt just lonely, and you have to let go of that feeling, of that perception of yourself, of whatever they made you feel, for you to just have some peace on yourself and start brand new. So that's the blueprint, basic principles. Then it goes to your thoughts, because whatever you think of yourself, that's what you're gonna carry on, and people are just gonna see you as who you present yourself. So that's your thoughts, and then goes to actions. You start acting up, you start doing things the way you do, and then you get results, either good results or bad results from those actions. So it does have to do a lot with like I said, your blueprint, which is your basic principles. You need to change that, and you need to change the way you feel about yourself, think about yourself. And if those negative people didn't make you grow, you're gonna grow today. By seeing this video, you're gonna understand why. Okay, so gladly I did have some parents that did basically guided me the right way and gave me those basic principles the right way. So I'm gonna teach you a little bit of what I'm talking about, because have a couple of people in mind that go through this daily basis of who they are, and just depressions and things like that. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit of how I deal with certain things in my life, okay? And this comes from my personal observations. Okay, so there's people that want to ruin your day. That's just it. They want to ruin your day because they're not happy. They're not happy with their lives. They're miserable. They don't feel peace. They don't feel love. They don't feel joy. They do not feel that way. Why? Because of their basic principles. You know, you need to change that. You need to change that. You need to change the way when you grew up, the way, your parents, your family made you feel, think, be, so if you don't change that, you're gonna grow like that. You're gonna end up miserable, unhappy, you're gonna be depressed. Then you're gonna eventually have mental issues. So you really do need to take this serious. Okay, so the way I deal with negative people is that, since I know this, I try, for example, if somebody's trying to ruin my day just because for whatever reason. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. One day I was going through stuff and I just didn't know why that one person was making my life so miserable. So I told my dad and I was like, "Dad, this is going on." And you know what my dad told me that stayed with me? He was like, "Sunflower, Veronica, you do not know what the person is going through, and you do not know what the person just has in their mind, and you don't know what principles they have, or how they were raised, or what's their life. Some people don't think the way you think. Some people don't know what you know, and some people just throw poison out. They throw poison out because that's how the way they feel. So if people, listen to this very careful, if people try to ruin your day, just know they're not happy. They're not happy with themselves, and they're going through things. And you know what my dad told me? He told me, you need to understand those people. Those people are going through way more things than you. Your mind is so powerful that you let thoughts go through them, and you listen to your thoughts, and you say whatever you want and cause actions, and actions give you results. So basically, if you're having a bad day and you start like just cussing out your sister, your mom, your whoever, because you're having a bad day, but that's on a daily basis, something's wrong, and then you just like, you have to take what people tell you and stuff. So when you were little, if that was you always getting yelled at or whatever, then something was happening with your parents in that time, or your sister, your mom, your aunt, whatever. The first thing that I want to tell you is that you have to erase your blueprint, your basic principles as a child. You have to change your perception of yourself. You need to have the willpower of changing the way you think, and it's very easy. Okay, it's very easy. I'm gonna tell you something that you might not know, so keep on listening very closely. Okay, pay attention to what your thoughts tell you. I'm saying this like very honest. Okay, it's easy. If you're that, even if you're the way you think could change so much of your life. The way you think, if you change the way you think to better yourself, your life will get better, believe me. So, in any aspect, okay. So if you always have bad thoughts or negative thoughts that let you go through your mind, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna have negative actions and negative results, because those bad thoughts are running through your mind, and you say things and you do things that you should have. And examples of that is basically when you use negative terms the way you speak. For example, I can't do this, or it's very difficult, it's not for me, things like that. If you use that type of vocabulary, you're letting your mind know that like negative vibes or just a negative instance you have. So you do have to change the way you think, because if you start thinking more positive in the way as I could do this, I will do it. I know I'm capable of doing this. If you change the wording of how you think, well, I mean, how you say things, it all comes to the same thing. With your thoughts, then that becomes an action, that becomes a result. So if you say you're gonna do something because you're able to do it, you go and do it, and then just bring positive results to your life. So that's the only way you will like literally grow as a person. So you do have to change the way you do think. It's very important if you wanna just do anything different in your life. You have to also let go of self-punishing yourself. You always think you might not deserve certain things in your life because of this or that. That's not good. That's just like you deserve it all. You need to know that you deserve more than that, and you are worth it. Okay, so you do need to love yourself and know that you are worth it, and know that you're able to do anything you want just by the fact that you are changing the way you think of yourself and the way you think of others. Like I said, it's not your fault the way you were raised, you could say, or your the way that people penetrated the life you should have, or the life you should live. You have to let go of all that and think that those people are the past, and this is your new beginning, and this is who you are and who you want to be and the person you're gonna carry yourself as. So you need to show that confidence on yourself and feel the confidence, not just show it. You need to feel the confidence and that, and the way you do that is by changing your basic principles. So you need to really pay attention to your mind, to your thoughts. You need to know why your thoughts run the way they do. So basically, let me tell you, you go to the store, and I don't know if you noticed, but you go to the store, you have so many shoes, so many clothes, so many this and that. You go to the store, and your mind is literally telling you, you see some really nice shoes, your mind is telling you, you need to buy these because these look nice with this outfit. Your mind is already telling you with what outfit they would look nice on. You don't need those shoes, you don't need that clothes, but your mind is so powerful because you already trained your mind to think the way you usually think. You go to a store and you're really just looking for things to buy. So it's that easy. You train your mind to think positive, to think better, to think healthier, and it's gonna help you with your physical, mental, and everything in your life. Okay, so everything's gonna become better. Believe me, everything's gonna become better. You change those thoughts and everything's gonna start getting better. You need to appreciate, you need to feel gratitude, you also need to feel joy. You need to feel those feelings, especially in the way you basically when you achieve something and you achieve it, you need to enjoy the fact that you achieve something. You can't just be thinking, oh, I haven't achieved this, and then you are like sad about the fact that you haven't achieved something else. No, you achieve something little or big, you need to seriously enjoy the process and not worry about what you haven't achieved. You need to stop and be, so happy for yourself. You need to just be like, wow, I accomplished this and this is so amazing, because last year this was not happening in my life. So you need to just step back and just enjoy the process, enjoy the achievements, enjoy those little things, those big things, and not feel sad of what you don't have or what you need to do or you need to achieve or what else there is. So you need to feel those feelings for you to feel, full enjoyment of what's going on in your life. Two things you have to aim in life is get what you want and enjoy it. That's basically it. Get what you want and enjoy it. Get what you want and enjoy it. It's just that pattern. and you need to just trust the process of being different, and also changing to better habits. I'm telling you, you change your mind to better thinking, then you're gonna change your habits, and those habits are actions, and those actions will give you good results. So the way you just do that, I mean, if you don't have no motivation or anything, like you could do things that make you happy, like just listen to happy music. Don't listen to sad stuff. Don't listen to anything that just take your focus off what you want. You need to stay focused and enjoy the process, period. If it's tough or not, you need to. Life is not easy, and you need to really trust yourself and just be 100% with yourself, because there's people that are not good people out there, and you need to be strong-minded. So I hope I was a little bit helpful, and everybody, I hope you lift your spirit if you're going to low situations at the moment. And I hope I was a little helpful in how to change just the way you are doing things, and just aim for success. And everything starts with your basic principles. If you need to change those basic principles of what you were thought of yourself and others and life, you need to change that, because girl, you could do anything you want as long as you change that mind. That mind, girl. Okay, well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.